I don't know any other season when the accessories are so important. In the winter, accessories are not only beautiful and something that can create an interesting touch in your outfit, but also something that can save your life, and they are actually very important for your health as well. So I decided that I want to show you some of my favorite accessories for the winter season. I also use them during the fall and the spring, so basically all the cold weather. I have some versatile ones that I have picked up in a certain way so they can work with everything that I have, and some other ones that are more interesting. They can really elevate your style, and this is something that I just got maybe for fun or maybe for a reason. We're gonna figure it out. Today we're talking about a good staple accessories for winter season, and I hope that you will like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for some more styling videos like that, and let's get started. So the first thing that I have is a huge scarf. This scarf is absolutely massive. What I love about it and why I have it, I literally have it for several years. I think you can still buy them in Zara, and basically why I love this for so many years is because it's amazingly versatile. First things first, it never goes out of style. It's literally the most classical way of having your scarf, but also it's amazingly working for all the different ways that I can put it on. So first things first, you can just have it as a very messy, huge scarf that looks almost like a blanket, to be honest, and it's so warm. You can literally wrap it around yourself, on your neck, on your head, on anything that you want, even around your body. Like if you will put it around your shoulders, you will get warm immediately. I love it for that so much, especially because I come from a very cold country, and things like that really save your life when it's freezing cold outside, because it can be super windy, it can snow, it can rain and everything, and I love this scarf for so many different other reasons. Other thing that I already mentioned actually is putting it on your head. Sometimes it happens that I do not wear a hat or any other thing on my head. When I wear my wool coat, I don't wear hoodies, I don't wear anything that has a hood, and I don't even get a hat with me. So this scarf is amazing for that, because I literally wrap it around my head and I still look pretty okay. I don't want to say that I look like an old lady, and I don't want to say that I look like a lady from the church, but even if I would look like that, I wouldn't really care, because when it comes to being warm, it doesn't matter how you look. It matters that it saves your life. And why I love it so much is because it's so big, it goes on your head, and you can still wrap it around your neck as well. Life-saving. And also what I love is that you can transform it into a little bit more classical way, or maybe a little more put together way of wearing your scarf, because you can just fold it into a little something like that and put it around your neck in a very put together, accurate way, and it will still look like a scarf, and it's a big scarf, and you can still unwrap it and put it anywhere that you want. But at the same time, it looks much more thin and much more classy, and it doesn't get that much attention at the same time. I've got this one in gray because it was like many years ago, and it kind of worked still with all my different coats that I had, like even with the beige one and the black one and the blue one and gray, anything, which is very interesting. It's so versatile that I cannot get rid of it, and I literally travel with it all the time. This scarf is a lifesaver. I do not recommend you passing this because it's literally so amazing. The other super necessary thing for you to have is a hat. I only have this one hat on me for the past 2 years. I think my old ones were pretty old and I didn't like them, so I decided to get this one. And let me tell you, if I was thinking about this scarf, this big one, and I was like, I don't really care about the color, but when I was thinking about what color of the hat I should get, I was really thinking like what would work for me perfectly, even if I wouldn't wear a coat. And what I would say, use an interesting shade of your hat. Use a cream, maybe some dark blue, khaki green, maybe even an interesting shade of like brown or something like that. Because let me tell you, I was thinking about the black hat, and I will tell you honestly, there is no person in my life or anywhere, like in a pedestrian way, any person that I ever met on the street looks good in a black hat, like in a black hat, in a gray hat, or in anything that just looks too boring. I don't know why it's like that, but basically scarves are amazing when they are in the most boring colors, because they're kind of just working with your coat and they need to be seamless. But the hat should be really working on your style and your complexion in a beautiful way. I would say if you love black, think about about like black and white color maybe. If you love gray, also think about maybe combining darker gray with a lighter gray, or maybe gray with some white there as well, or also the dark blue with gray will be amazing. If I will give you a personal advice, I would say think about something that you look good in even when you're without a coat, because the hat literally meets your face. When I wear a hat, I wear a hat for the whole day, and I obviously want to wear a hat that really suits me. In my personal case, this is this beautiful cream color hat. You can see I can put it on with this sweater and I will still look cute because it kind of suits me. But if I would put on a black hat or a gray hat, it would literally just ruin my whole face and my whole complexion completely. Think about your complexion, do a little research, and find a beautiful hat in a beautiful shade, because it should work out with your face more than it should work out with your clothes. That's a very, very nice advice for you to have. The black scarf. I have this very thin, classic, very boring, old lady, old man kind of looking scarf. I bought this one because my previous one, the gray one, is super huge. And if I would want to wear something seamless, I need something thinner. And I found this one. Why I got the black one? I, as you can see, am not the person who looks good in black. But the thing is that my coat is black, and I was thinking about that. My advice for that is I would recommend to get the color of the scarf matching the color of your coat. You could see that some of the coats right now on the market have this like a cape looking, scarf looking detail on them, which is made out of the same material as a coat is made from. And why it looks cute is because you don't really put attention to your coat and to your neck as much as it already has the attention. And you can wear anything underneath there, you can wear any hat that you want, but if you have the scarf that is matching color of your coat, they are not conflicting. So this is the key. If I would have a gray coat, I would get a gray scarf. If I would get a beige coat, I would get a beige scarf. And it elevates your look because it doesn't give you more color, it doesn't give you more texture. It just kind of looks put together, tying a whole outfit. How funny is that we have accessory trends every single winter? This is kind of weird because I always find winter things to be more useful, you know, like I like to invest in something good quality. I love it to be working for every single year. Of course, I can buy something additional to wear for fun. You can add some color, you can add some texture, something checked, something striped or whatever. But I love that I have staples that work for me every single year, and I don't need to rush to the stores every time that a little wind blows into my face. If you feel like that, if you don't want to fall for trends again and again, especially into the winter ones, I do have a video where I show you that you shouldn't, so you can watch this video. And I am now brushing fur scarf. This is something that you can see in my fall haul, and I bought this scarf which has some spider legs here, you can see. Anyways, I know that they are trendy because you can see a lot of them in different stores, and fur, especially fall fur, is back on trend, even though we have been wearing it for quite a while now. I bought it for a reason. You might believe me, you might not, but I bought this scarf because I wanted a scarf made out of fur for literally so many years. I remember a video that I watched, I think it was from Jen M, and she was wearing a scarf around her neck, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, because literally you can wear any jacket, any coat. You don't have to dress like a winter person. You don't need to wear a fur coat. You don't need to wear a puffer coat. You can literally wear a coat or a bomber jacket and have a fur around you, and you kind of feel wintry. So I was on a hunt for a scarf like that for literally years and years and years. I couldn't find it because even when I buy something that artificial as a faux fur scarf, I want it to be a good quality and I want it to look natural as much as it can be, because obviously I will not buy a natural scarf. And even the previous year in the winter, I was trying to find myself a scarf like that because I was still dreaming about that, and this year I finally got it. This thing is a little trendy, you might say, in something that is not a lot of people would wear, but I still find it to be pretty versatile to have, which means that we're all different, we all wear different things, and I know that this fur scarf will work for me perfectly, but I also know that for some of you guys might work totally different things, and this is totally fine to buy yourself something that you really dreamed of, even if it's trendy or even if it's not trendy. You might love some colorful hats, and this is totally fine if you have a collection of colorful hats. You might want some mittens, even though I will show you some other things. Sometimes we need some interesting accessories. I obviously wouldn't say that you need to buy a new one every year, because there is a new one every year and you don't need every single one. But I would say if you find some sort of accessory that is complementary to your style, that kind of adds a little warmth to your looks, and you know that you would wear it every single day because you love it, because it works with everything, and because you just wanted it for a long time, do not put the border between you and your accessories. This is a cool way to add add a little interesting thing to your style. To all of those versatile outerwear, you sometimes need a fun little accessory to have a little fun with. Moving on. So the last accessory that I have is very, very important and necessary, especially for women, but for men too. The gloves. I feel like gloves are the most difficult and complicated accessory to find for winter, because I kind of feel like there are no cute gloves that work for everything. I found that my favorite gloves are the such black ones made out of leather. So I personally love to have a few different colors, but I do have a black one, that's for sure, because as I said, I do have a black coat. But at the same time, I do not hesitate to buy some colorful ones. I think my mom has some pink ones. I have some blue ones at her home. They kind of don't work for me right now. I would love to have some brown ones, because burgundy ones as well. And I think that if you find a good pair of leather gloves, maybe some lined ones as mine, buy them. What I also love is actually a pair of mittens. I am looking for some mittens right now, and I think that mittens are so amazing if you really get cold, and if you have never lived in a colder climate, I would say mittens are much better than the gloves, because mittens keep all of your fingers together, and when here they are separated and every single finger of yours should get warm by itself. In the mittens, they're all kept together. They save the warmth in your fingers so much better. If you live in a colder climate, definitely get yourself some mittens. They have so many variations right now. I have seen some fur ones as well. This is not something that I would buy, especially because if I do have a fur scarf, I do not want to add some fur mittens, to be honest. And also because I think that they are not really workable. They are cute looking, but they are not really usable because they are very, very slippery. They are very voluminous most of the times, and you cannot even grab a cup of coffee. So if you're getting some fur ones, make sure that you also have some other more versatile ones that need it, the ones that look like a sweater. Or if you might have actually some leather ones, if you have maybe some suede ones or something like that, because they kind of mimic the look of some leather gloves, but they are much more warmer. So if you have not considered buying mittens, I would definitely recommend it for any colder climate, especially if you go skiing, if you go in the mountains, mittens are needed. That was it for this video. I hope that you loved it. I hope that you enjoyed my little selection of some versatile accessories and not really versatile ones. I hope that you have a very, very warm winter with your accessories. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's meet here for the next one. Bye!